Moving 5,000 extras was not the hardest part. Getting them there was. 36 kilometers away, more than 15 pickup points, 56 buses, and dozens of minibuses. One mistake, and everything stops. This was real film logistics. Working with 5,000 extras is not just about numbers. It's about control, discipline, timing. Every person must know exactly where to go, when to move, and how to behave. If one group makes a mistake, everything can collapse. When people hear 5,000 extras, they imagine a big number. But what they don't see is what happens behind the scenes. 5,000 people means 5,000 movements, 5,000 reactions, 5,000 possible mistakes. And your job is to reduce all that into one controlled system. We didn't manage 5,000 people directly. We divided them into smaller groups. Each group had a leader. Each leader had clear instructions, and those leaders reported to us. Without structure, 5,000 people is chaos. With structure, it becomes a system. Because at the end of the day, these are not just numbers. They are people, each one with their own personality, their own energy, their own way of reacting. Some follow instructions. Some get confused. Some get lost. And you must be ready for all of them. But organizing people on set was only half the job. The real challenge was getting them there. The location was 36 kilometers away from the city. We had to collect extras from more than 15 different pickup points across the city and nearby villages. We used around 56 buses and many smaller minibuses to reach places where big buses couldn't go. Every pickup point had a schedule. Every group had a time. If one bus was late, everything could be delayed. This was not just casting. This was logistics. In this job, you don't wait for problems. You anticipate them. You think ahead. You imagine what could go wrong before it happens. Because when you're working with thousands of people, you don't have time to react. You have to be ready. And once everyone arrived, the work was far from over. Before going to set, every extra had to go through a full process. First, they had to eat. Thousands of people needed to be ready for a long day. Then, they moved to check-in to confirm their presence. After that, costume. Every person had to wear the right outfit for the scene. Then, makeup to match the character and the time period. And finally, props. Weapons, tools, everything they needed to look real on camera. Only after all that, they were allowed to go to set. And you don't do this alone. You trust your team. Every leader, every assistant, every person responsible for a group. Because if one part of the system fails, the entire structure becomes unstable. Trust is not optional. It's essential. And once everyone arrived on set, our job truly began. As a crowd marshal, my role was to control movement, to make sure people stayed in position, to react fast if something went wrong. Later, as a head crowd marshal, I was responsible for larger sections, coordinating multiple groups at once. Communication was everything. No radios for everyone. No phones. We used voice, signals, eye contact, Sometimes, just one gesture was enough to move hundreds of people. This job is not only mental, it's physical. Long hours, standing all day, constant attention, no room for distraction. Because 1 second of inattention can create confusion, and confusion leads to chaos. When the camera is rolling, there is no second chance. Thousands of people must move perfectly. One mistake can cost time, money, and energy. That pressure is something you never forget. That's the difference between organizing people and controlling a crowd. Anyone can give instructions, but not everyone can maintain control under pressure. People think working with extras is easy, but controlling thousands of people requires skill, experience, and discipline. That's the difference between chaos and cinema. They see the final scene. They see the crowd moving perfectly. They see the result, but they don't see the system behind it, the structure, the discipline, the invisible work. That's what creates cinema.